Hello there, this is al-shaheed. I, in advance, I want to apologize for the quality of the sound because I don't have any professional microphone and I'm using my webcam to record the sound here. Some people requested to showcase how I textured my previous character, and so I decided to make this really quick guide or walkthrough video to showcase that. This is a character that I previously created, and it's already been UV'd. So basically what I did is that I baked an ambient occlusion map to it to show the basic shapes as a guide for the next process, and after that I applied that and I started sketching inside Blender as many design elements as I could from the previously made sketch, and it doesn't have to be very clean, but the tighter the sketch, the better results that we're going to get later. So I was trying to put as much as possible, but not be as crazy. So in here I'm doing some simple cross hatching to emphasize some of the shadows that'll help in the next step. So it's a very straightforward process. You're just sketching on the model itself. So I took that layer and took it to Clip Studio Paint. You can use whatever software that you prefer, and I blurred the texture, and I applied a cutout filter to it, or a pasteurized filter, to get those designs that we had in there, as well as the ambient occlusion that we already baked. So it's basically gonna have very rough shapes already laid out for us. We just need to see what we prefer, and that same sketch layer, I duplicated it and I applied a binarized filter to it to get really rough line art, and I'm saving that for the next process. So we get back to the cutout layer that we made, and we select the parts that it's different color, so it's going to be a different part. So we select those parts, and we apply a gradient map to it, which is basically gonna the software is gonna put the colors out for you into based on their light value. So we can pick up the colors from the sketch already, and we adjust that gradient map values to fit in enough for us that it's close enough to the sketch and it shows the shapes. So also it's a very straightforward process. Here for that binarized layer, I multiplied it on the model itself to have those black shapes in there now. So most of the big black lines are already there. After that, I saved it and I took it to Blender, back to Blender, and I started cleaning it up using a flat curved brush with no opacity. It's very hard brush, and the only pressure sensitivity that is applied is for the thickness of the line, the brush size, and it's again a very straightforward process where in here I just fix whatever the process previously did not bring out correctly, and it's a cleaning up process. There's nothing much to it. And then after that, I started adding more black cross hatching and lay out more of the designs that was lost during the creation of the texture inside clip. So here I'm just like using black lines, and that's it. So in here I took out the model and I duplicated it, and I applied unwrap process to it, but based on the view, and I applied a gradient map to it, and I took that model and I texture bake. So I select the gradient map model with the messed up UV, sorry, and select the mesh that has the texture, and I bake. Let me try to see if we can show it here. Yes, so in the bake render, in the render window there's a bake, and we go for bake mode into texture. So we are taking that gradient map texture that we created for the flat UV mapped model and applying it to our properly UV mapped model. There might be a different way to do it, but I'm doing it that way, so that's it. And I take that layer back to clip, and I apply a multiple mode to it to give it more, to give the colors more variations and give the character more depth. And from there I'll just reduce the opacity of that layer so it will be less harsh. And here I applied a very fairly simple cell shading material, and that's it. That's about it. I hope this was informative, and I apologize for the really low quality video, but I hope it's at least helpful. So yeah, that's about it. If you guys got any questions, you can drop it in the comment section. And